Hello everyone! The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes on a recent horror release, and just like all of our other episodes, it might include major spoilers for said horror release, so don't listen to it if you haven't already seen it. You've officially been warned. And if you'd like to hear the full episode, just head on over to patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today. Without further ado, here is your exclusive Patreon clip.
I mean, I would say we get less for her husband Thomas,
Who's an asshole.
Yeah, but a relatable asshole
Yeah.
in the way that, you know, he's fiercely protective of his kids. He's embarrassed by the fact that other people know about their sex lives because it is uncomfortable. And clearly there was like some issues that needed to be worked out before they came on this couple's weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All of this stuff is just like, oh, it's a microcosm of things that everyday folks may or may not be dealing with. And I think part of it is that the dialogue and the performances feel very authentic. Like they're very grounded. I feel like we've all had these kinds of weekends where you just go away, you maybe have a bit too much booze, people's lips get loosened, things maybe get said that people regret, or they just talk about things that they wouldn't otherwise talk about. And I'm like, yeah, this is all real shit and I'm liking it.
Yeah. And then it becomes a horror movie.
And then it becomes a horror movie. And yeah, I still find that transition between the second act and the third act a little bit, it's not rocky because I actually think that the movie is reasonably well paced. Like each of these acts is about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear where we're going. As soon as the kids return, they're weird. And we know that, like, we know Ben's going to crack at some point.
Yeah.
But I think that the anticipation is also what makes it so enjoyable. Like, we know there's going to be bloodshed. We know these kids are going to kill a bunch of them. We just don't know when or how. But I didn't expect that concentrated block in that second act where when the news comes out, it's not, oh, our kids are weird. Oh, our kids are trying to kill us. It's, oh, all the stuff that we said as adults is now coming out.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, God, like the second Margaret slaps Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I felt that. I felt that so hard. I mean, like the way that I was just going, oh, at every single thing these people were saying to each other. It was
they
so
were truth telling, but it fucking hurts to hear them say things like, maybe she just doesn't want to have kids with you.
Well, and it's so funny. Like, I don't know how you and your husband handled it. But like, my husband and I, we knew before we got married. We do not want kids. We are not having kids. And yet, when we tell people that, they're still like, oh, well, just give it time. I was like, no.
Oh, my God.
As gay men, this is the one thing that we get is it's okay for us to not have kids.
I mean, I would argue we should be living in a time and age where the respectable answer is anybody should have this option and not be berated. And yet here we are.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, like, I know so many women who don't want to have kids who are like, society views my role as a baby maker. So if I don't want to have a kid, I'm therefore not a real woman, or I'm not like woman enough. And I'm like, ugh, God, vomit.
Atlas Avenue, a long stretch of road that encompasses everything the city of Kennett Heights has to offer. Neon lights, traffic, crime, the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and the craziest of characters. My office was above it all. My name is James Locke, and I'm a PI.
Hello, Mr. J. How the hell you doing today?
Good, Edith. Nearly every year I have a new case. New people to meet, new clues to discover, and new problems to solve. But I do it the old-fashioned way. No technology. Nothing post-1950. Hell, I don't even listen to podcasts, but you should. Atlas Avenue Beat is a spoof of the film noir genre with goofy characters, tons of wordplay, and non-stop raunchy humor. There's also 3 whole seasons out right now with more on the way. Just search for Atlas Avenue Beat wherever you listen to podcasts or visit us online at bloody.fm.